Hi guys, welcome. My name is Tino. So in this video, I'm going to take you through a 3-step entry strategy that never miss. And in this strategy, we'll be applying volume imbalances, right? So it's a continuation video from where we left on the previous video, right? So just refer to this channel and you see the video where I explain or introduce this concept so that you are good to go, right? So if you're new to this channel, guys, remember to subscribe. Right? Then it's also important that you always leave a comment to this section, for it will help us to push this channel, right? It will help us be recognized in the YouTube algorithm, right? So I'll appreciate if you actually comment wherever I share some important information, right? So let's go straight to the concept that we're here for. So the first rule that you have to follow here, you have to identify volume imbalance. Say you have a volume imbalance in this region, right? What you have to wait for, you have to wait for a daily candlestick close that is going to close in this region. Saying our market was moving in a downward direction like this, having bearish candlestick, right? So having your bearish candlesticks like that, you have to wait for a bullish candlestick, right? That will close on the daily time frame. You have to be patient, right? Inside your volume imbalance, you wait for a bullish candlestick close. After this candlestick closes, you are going to shift. You move to the third phase. You are going to shift to a lower time frame and trade the charge in the direction of the daily candlestick close, right? So this is a daily candlestick close. After this candlestick, you are moving to a lower time frame. You are moving to M15, M5, and M1, and you're going to wait for this pattern. Isn't the price will have entered into this region, right? So you're going to wait for a move that will come and break the high, right, of this daily candlestick, or a charge that will break a high there. Then you're going to wait for your price to correct back to your volume imbalance. Then you're going to trade a charge that you're going to realize there, right? This is just a charge that we have there. And your price will have come there, daily candlestick close, right? So you're just going to wait for a move that will break this previous high, that's your charge, and we are going to trade from these lows, right? And you're going to buy from these lows, right? So basically, this is the concept that I'm explaining in this video. So let's get straight to it and we learn concept. Okay, so to explain the buys that we had previously, right, we have to actually identify the volume imbalances first, right? So for this buy that actually emanated from this zone, we had this volume imbalance from this high to that high. There's a volume imbalance there. You can actually increase it so that it also covers this, right? So we had the volume imbalance there, right? And the question now is, how do you actually get into a buy in this region, right? So we are saying, right, as your price moves into a volume imbalance, you wait for a candlestick close, or the first bullish candlestick close that you're going to see as price taps this volume imbalance. The market was moving in a bearish direction, but the first bullish, since we want to take bulls, we had realized that we're in an uptrend. So since we want to take bulls from this volume imbalance, we wait for our first bullish candlestick. So after we get this first bullish candlestick, what we do, we simply step to the lower time frame that happens to be the M15 time frame. So let's switch to the M15 time frame and we see what actually happened in that region. Okay, so this was actually the zone where our price came and tapped the volume imbalance, and we got our first bullish candlestick. It happened with this, all right? So you have to follow the price movement or the order flow that we have there. With this high, we set that low, that high, that low. With this high, we created this low, we created that high, we had that low, right? So if you follow the order flow here, you see that we're in a bearish trend, right? Then our price started to move upwards to break this previous high, right? To break this previous high. And this is happening after a bullish candlestick close. Remember, I placed this horizontal, this vertical line after a bullish candlestick close with a daily bullish close. So this was the first sign that we're about to get our bulls, right? So after that, we say we come to our M15 and wait for a charge there, right? So a charge is simply a move that breaks the previous highs, or violation of the trend, or violation of the existing trend. So in this case, this is the charge that we are getting. This is the first charge that we are seeing, right? So this is our charge, right? So after seeing this charge, what we do now, we now apply our entry rules that I've always taught on this channel, right? So after seeing our charge, we are going to apply premium and discount, right? We take from that high to that low, right? Any region that is below this 50% mark, remember we say this is the discounted zone. And for our buy trades, we take buys that only happens below the 50% mark, right? So within this region, we identify our demand zones that we are going to use for our buy trades, right? And in this case, we have this order block that we are seeing there, right? We have this order block. You just mark that order block, you extend it to the right like that, right? With this order block that we actually had there, then we also had the extreme order block that we have there, right? So any of those two order blocks are going to be used by our price. So you just mark this order block. This is the first order block after the charge, right? So you project your buys from that zone, right? From this zone, we are saying we want buys and we are risking this low, right? If you look here, it's more like a head and shoulder that we actually had there. So you're going to project this and you just stretch it to the right and you extend it all the way up, right? So we'll just wait for our price to come and tap this zone. And on this strategy, I encourage you or I allow you to use limit orders because it's very, very accurate. You rarely miss so long you have your church there. So after this church, right, you just mark your demand zones within the discount zone, right? So our buys in this case, if you look at the strategy, what I was explaining from the previous strategy, from the previous video, you can actually see that this is where we actually got our buys, right? So if you look at the risk of this trade, we're just risking 12 pips, right? You just put your buy limit at this price, right? At the high, let me come back here, right? At the highest point, you can use a horizontal line, right? A horizontal line at the top of that order block, right? In this case, it was actually this one, right? The last that I'm seeing there, right? Let me explain it there, right? You just put your buy limit there, right? The moment price comes, you just tap your entry, your stop loss below that order block like this, right? So you just tap that and you will move. In our risk in this case, it was just 14 pips and our trade moved straight into profits. How much profits are we targeting in this? Let's go back to our daily time frame and see where we are going with this trade, right? So for your entry, we will move to the lower time frames, right? But for our projection, we go back to our higher time frame because this is a swing strategy, right? So we are targeting, or we targeted something like 500 pips from this trade. Okay, so on this trade, risking 14.7 pips to target 559 pips, this is just too good, right? And why did I actually target that high? I just applied the same principle of volume imbalances. I look to my left and try to identify the previous or the last volume imbalance that happens to present in the market. In this case, we had this volume imbalance there. I can take the zone like that, but remember the way I explained it yesterday, from this candlestick, from the high of this candlestick, right, to where we have the other candlestick, the bearish candlestick that happened there, right? So after the close of this bullish candlestick, we're expecting to get a bearish candlestick from the close. The close should be equivalent to the open of the new candlestick, but there was a gap here. Our bearish candlestick started from there. So where we have that gap, where we have that abnormality, that's where we actually take in the case of this strategy, right? So you see, we'll just target that very high. That will be our target. In this case, we just reduce our target to 544 pips like that. So this is the first example that we had, right? And since our price actually got into another volume imbalance, right? So we want to look at how we actually took this sell. I showed you in the previous video, right? The signal that I gave you on signal group, how I actually took these trades, right? I did explain it in the previous video, so I am to explain it right now, right? I hope you understood on this video. Any question, just drop them in the comment section and I will attend each and every question that you drop, right? So let's now get to analyze how we could actually enter this trade together, right? So according to the rules that I have just explained, we said since this can act as a support region, we are expecting sales. As price is moving, we are taking our profits and expecting our sales. So I said on the rules, you wait for the first bearish candlestick close in the volume imbalance. And in this case, if you look at this candlestick, this was a bearish close that actually happened. This candlestick was actually a bearish candlestick. If you zoom, you can actually see this was a bearish candlestick close in our volume imbalance. So after this, we just want a lower time frame church. The moment we see that lower time frame church, we are ready to trade. This was a volume imbalance. Let me just reduce it so that we will see clearly, right? So let's now move to our lower time frame that happens to be our M15, right? So in this case, M15 will be very, very good for our entries, right? So this is the zone where our price stepped on volume imbalance. Okay, so on our M15, we said we now follow the order flow that we are seeing there, right? So in this case, we are seeing that our price was actually creating a high here, right? Price, this is all liquidity that we believe it has to be taken, right? So price is making a move, right? After this is liquidity, right? Our order flow is moving like this from here. From here, we can see that our price actually created a high around this region. We came back into the zone. We created another high. We came down. We created another high. Then price started to break these lows. Let me actually zoom so that you see that clearly, right? You see this order flow creating that high, a low, a high, a low, a high. At the same time, taking all this liquidity that happens to be there, right? So after seeing this as a trader, if you want to understand all these concepts of liquidity and stuff, they are well explained in this channel, right? So after that, you see that we have a church there. That's the first church that I actually saw in this case, right? So after that, let me remove this for the sake of a clean chart. So after seeing this church, remember we said we had a BMS to the upside. We had a BMS so that our structure becomes clean. We had a BMS, so this violation, this is a church. After this church, we just apply our premium and discount rules, right? From that high, that low, right? Remember, we said we only take our sales in the premium zone, right? So in the premium zone, we identify our supply zone or our institutional order block, right? I explained that consequences of the best order block to use, right? If you look at this order block, it took liquidity from the previous two candlesticks. That makes that zone a very sensitive zone. So in my case, I would prefer to take this whole region as my risk zone. So what I'll do, I'll take my 2 and project myself from there. So it means the moment price comes and taps that zone, I'm going to take my sales, and my risk is just going to be slightly above this high. In this case, 19 pips is too good. Remember our risk, we say it should always less than 30 pips. So from there, I can project my sell like that, right? For this strategy, there's no need of waiting for confirmation candles, right? So now we are on your M15, you identify your order block on M15, right? Within this supply zone, you just put limit orders. In this case, sell limits at the bottom of this very order block, at the bottom of this order block. In this case, at this price, that is 1.12594. You put sell limits there, your stop loss right at 1.12786. Then you just leave and wait for your price to come, tap that, and they will move you straight into profits. I promise you, this is the most accurate strategy that I can ever deliver to you, right? After getting your entry on M15, just go back to your daily time frame and see how good the entry will be from a higher time frame, right? So remember, that's why we named this channel Weeks Pay My Bills, right? So if you go back to your higher time frame, you actually realize that, well, I'm actually trading on the weeks, right? So you see on the daily time frame, it will be a week entry, just in the same manner this one was also a week end, right? Then on the targets, I also got some questions on how you can actually project your TP. So your TP in this case, remember on the bullish entry that we actually took from here, we use our volume imbalance as our target. So in this case, there is no difference. We also identify some volume imbalance within this move that we can use as our target. In this case, if you look closely, you actually realize that around this region, there was some volume imbalance. If you look at this bearish candlestick close, it closed here, right? So where it closed, we expected to see the next candlestick opening at the close, but we happen to see the open of the next candlestick slightly higher than that. So that alone tells you that we have a volume imbalance right there. So this zone is a zone of interest because there is some volume imbalance. Also, if you look to the left, there is some volume imbalance here. The close of this candlestick is not the open of this bullish candlestick. So that means that's a volume imbalance. So this whole zone is a zone of interest. If you look at it closely, there is this volume imbalance that I've just explained, and to the left, there is another volume imbalance. So you just make those zones create a common zone, right? So this is actually a common zone. So for this continuation, we could have taken some buys around this region as well, using this volume imbalance. The moment our price had closed above, having a close above a volume imbalance, the retest of this volume imbalance could have given us another buy. Remember, we took a buy from here. We could have entered another buy from here using this volume imbalance and this volume imbalance to take these buys, right? But I don't have enough time to actually explain this entry. But you can actually see how these volume imbalances help you. So in the case of this buy, this is our target. We are targeting this volume imbalance. So the moment our price taps this volume imbalance, we'll look at the price action, and if we can see an entry confirmation like I have explained, if we can move to our M15, see a church that is just clean, I'm going to place a buy limit after that church. Firstly, a daily candlestick close, right? Secondly, a church on M15, then I can put my buy limit in this region and I can take a swing trade for days. So guys, this is the interesting strategy. I believe it's just straightforward, right? And it's the easiest strategy that you can learn from any man. Guys, if you have enjoyed this video, remember to subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Remember to share this video with your friends. Leave a comment in the comment section. It will help this channel grow. It will help the algorithm to identify us, right? So guys, I appreciate for your love. I appreciate your love. Thank you and see you in the next video.